Hey, good morning everybody, it's Troy D and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for subscribing, for being there, for spreading around our videos, because our growth has been amazing for the past few weeks. I want to thank you guys again wherever you are around the world. Thank you for viewing our videos. Now today we're going to talk about a perfume called Navitus VIRTUS. And to those people in the frag community, you're probably saying, yo Troy, why'd you go to Navitus? Like, hey, we had like a bunch of like really rare stuff lately. We got some Clive Christians coming up and you gotta talk about Navitus. For those who don't know what Navitus is, it's actually a perfume from a perfume reviewer. So it's a crazy concept. Is to me, it's like, wow, you know, I was approached by my wife before, and she talked to me and she said, you know, since you're doing these perfume reviews, like one day why don't you just come up with your own perfume? And I'm just like, what? No, I don't think so. Like maybe someday, but that's such a huge undertaking. I mean, you must have like a crazy audience to really like buy your perfume over like the perfumes that you actually review. So I thought that was crazy. I thought that was awesome. I'm like, hey, props to you, man, for doing that, coming out with your own perfume. And so, you know, that's how I came to know what Navitus is. Now, this is also a product of a budding new friendship I've had with one of my reviewers that I know. And I will say this, is like, you know, my angle has always been, you know, all about collecting. It's always been about like value for money. It's always been about exploring the backgrounds of certain perfumes and what they're for, usability. I've always been about like lifestyle. That's kind of like my angle, you know. And there are some reviewers in the community that simply can do the things that I cannot do. And you know, one of my new friends is Dwayne from Behind the Nonsense, and what he can do I cannot do. And what's that? He actually compares. He gets this and this, and he compares the two, and he goes into the similarities, the differences, and he tells people, hey, should you buy this or this? And this is like, it's something he can do. It's his speciality. So please follow him at Behind the Nonsense. It's not my specialty, but because we have a budding new friendship, he was like, you know, you gotta try both of these. You gotta try this, and you gotta tell me that I'm not cray, that my judgment is legit. So I was like, dude, go ahead, bro, send it to me. I got you. So he sent me these big ass vials, which, by the way, I know in the fragrance community you guys pay for these things. And once I got it, I was like, yo, don't worry, I'll review it real quick and I'll go send it back, yo. Like, what's your return address? And he was like, nah, just keep it, man. And I was like, really? And he sent me like 5 things. I was like, you want me to keep it? I was like, oh man, thank you, man. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, Dwayne, for sending me these things. And man, I've been testing this for the past couple days. And so the thing we're gonna talk about today is Navitus VIRTUS perfume, which is the red bottle in the Navitus collection, $190. And what Dwayne said, it smells like it, is Mancera's red tobacco. Mancera red tobacco in the fragrance community is a big deal, especially among like entry-level new people that just came in. I mean, they love that stuff. I've never owned a Mancera before, so if you want me to review Cidret Boaz, feel free to donate on the link below. I'll buy a decant or a bottle if you want me to review Mancera Cidret Boaz. But I don't own any Manceras, but I have heard of red tobacco, and I've heard that a lot of people really love it. So this was really exciting. It was kind of like a 2-for-1 for me. I get to review Navitus, I get to review red tobacco. Super cool. Anyways, when I sprayed them both, I will say this. Red tobacco just reminded me of tobacco vanille. It reminded me of Tuscan leather, not because they smell the same, but it reminded me of the harshness of the opening. The opening is harsh tobacco, and I only did like 1 spray of each on my wrist, and I was like, wow, red tobacco is pretty harsh. The Navitus, when I sprayed it, is a very similar red tobacco scent, but it is a little bit more weaker, so to speak. which might be a good thing if it was me, because I don't like that harsh, strong like thing. But this one was a little bit gentler than this, a little bit more gentle, but pretty much it's kind of spot on the same. Now, what I don't like about red tobacco is eventually it turns into some sort of like bug spray scent. It's just, I don't know, there are some scents that just, for me, I guess the way my brain translated is it's kind of like bug spray, and it kind of turns into that for me. Like the harshness kind of tones down, and it's becomes like okay. And I think that when that happens on the dry down, I can really appreciate red tobacco and how that's it's okay to me now. And I would say if you want to like make this stronger, so what I did was I did like 2 sprays of this and 1 spray of this, and it was like pretty damn the same, you know, because it's, I mean, this is just more intense than this, but it's quite the same. You know, I said, you know, this is kind of unfair to just go into what Dwayne said, so I'm gonna find a fragrance that I think is kind of like a tobacco, and I'll compare it. So what I did was I compared Initio's Side Effect, one of the niches in my collection, and Side Effect is also pretty harsh tobacco, but not super harsh, because the sweetness, the cinnamon kind of accompanies Side Effect, so it's not super harsh. But again, I can understand if people don't like the harshness of tobacco. But I grabbed something from my own collection, and it was like, it's not the same, because Side Effect is a little bit sweeter, whereas these two are not really completely sweet, and they smell very alike, trust me. But Side Effect is like, okay, it's also a strong tobacco. So my verdict is, yeah, they kind of pretty much smell the same. I guess the hate comes from like saying it's like an original fragrance, but I mean, it's kind of like a chance he took, because I would have never learned about Mancera without the fragrance community, without people going gaga over red tobacco on the Facebook groups. I wouldn't have known about Mancera. I don't go to an aisle and I'm like, where's Mancera? The guy would have interrupted me and would have said, yo, come to Crete, come to Armani Privé. I'm like, oh, Armani, I know that. But if somebody told me like, go to Mancera, I'm like, what's Mancera? I don't care about Mancera as a casual. And more so Initio. Like, where are you gonna find Initio in a boutique? Think about it. I haven't seen it anywhere. The price difference is $190 versus $70 or something like that. I know for a fact Manceras are cheap. I know for a fact that they can be purchased for $70, $60. So I guess that's where all the hate comes in from. But like I said, I mean, these perfumes are not made for you guys. The guys are really attuned to the different fragrances out there. But I'm gonna share this anyways, because it's true. I'm unbiased. I don't own or love red tobacco, and I don't own any Navitus. So as an unbiased nose, I would say, you know, the cheaper version is actually stronger than the 190 version, which is actually weaker. So that's it. Thank you, Dwayne. And here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just, you know, since Dwayne gave me these two, I'm just gonna give it to you guys. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this. So all you have to do, guys, okay, is to follow me, okay, subscribe to the channel, Troy D 24/7 Mall, subscribe to Dwayne's channel, Behind the Nonsense, okay, subscribe to him, links below, and comment which one do you want. Do you want Steven's perfume, Navitus, or do you want Mancera Red Tobacco? I'm gonna do a drawing for both, and whoever wins, all you gotta do is pay postage, and I'll send them out to you guys. All right, so just follow Dwayne, follow me, comment below. Good luck to the winners. All right, that's it, guys, for today's video, and until then, thank you again. Please subscribe. It's that one image where I'm like this, and God bless. See you soon. Peace out.